was included. Gear build. And, we're just gonna tweak until we get this guy absolutely as lethal as I can possibly fucking get him. So, uh, what we have here is a failure to communicate. No, but legit, what we actually do have here is a Mag Crow bomber. I know, what a surprise. Everybody Mag Crow bombs. Everybody's a Mag Crow bomber. Everybody wants all the kills in PvP. They just want to drop the Colossus and call it a day. But not today, baby! Actually, yeah, it's going to be today, baby. We're going to be probably doing something very, very similar to what everybody else is doing. It is a one bar. If you've ever seen any of my videos, if you've ever seen me play, I don't ever. It's just a lot faster for setup. My issue with bombing is I'm not good at setting him up. I suck at setup. It's just not my favorite play style, not my favorite play type. It's just a thing I suck at. It's just how it is. So it was for setup to one. When it goes, it does a lot of damage. So we'll go over what we got here first. We are in, guessed it, just death and dark emergence. No monsters. We have Kelnars on for some extra weapon and spell damage. It really doesn't matter what you use. You can use whatever. I don't even have any gun as a goes. But in my humble opinion, Balorgs is kind of dead. Not a big fan. This hands-on to test out, and that way I can let you know what I think of them. But Balorgs doesn't do it anymore, baby. Just doesn't do it. You know, we're not getting double our power or anything. We're just getting 500 at a max, and the build-up for a perfect Balorgs just is not worth. It's just not worth. And the damage you get is negligible because you have subclassing. You have abilities that you get from subclassing that will give you that same power. You have new gear sets that are absolutely more damage than what that PS from the power increase would merit. And you get perks that are than right after you've applied the Balorg's boost. So to me, it's dead. There's a couple I want to play with. One is on the Stam Crow, and I'll talk about that one later. The other ones I gotta go farm. But so what we're doing, we have Vicious Death, we have Dark to our jewelry, we have Vicious Death, and of course, Oakensoul. Because we're a one bar, right? Gotta do it. Look at all of these buffies. Fantastic. And they remove the need for basically all the stuff you have for your setup. Basically all. This we keep Gravelord Sacrifice because the buff it gives you is not a major or minor that Oakensoul touches. The buff this gives you the buff of 20 seconds increasing damage done with Necromancer abilities and damage over time effects by 15%. Active third cast deals damage in a 6-meter area. For that reason, we have Flame Skull attached because it's just my spammable. Is there better in slot? Yeah, probably. Do I care? No, not super. I just need like doing it up because it up third cast for the bomb. Because that third cast, you send that in and it's going to do an AoE effect, which is pretty nice. That's about the extent of the setup. Does this mean you have to absolutely have this setup? No. Does this mean that you have to have the thing all the way no. It does not. It's just a nice little extra. Resistant Flesh, I have this on because, well, it gives me a nice fucking boosty of health. Applying Minor Defile to myself is whatever, it's not a big deal. Also, you grant the target spell and physical resistance equal to half the amount healed for 3 seconds. That's not a major minor buff. That's not major resistance, minor resistance, which is really, really nice, because if you have major minor, which we do, I believe, thanks to resistance, setup. So it's actually, for a light armor medium, actually pretty fucking tanky, especially when you hit this. Now, I'm on the fence about this. Build ultimate faster, both of which heal. This is the way more superb heal. But necrotic potency also has its benefits, where I think it reduces damage every damn thing. Really, really good if you're doing like Imperial City. Really, really sucks if you're doing shit like Battlegrounds and there's just not as many enemies. Or, you know, in Cyrodiil it's also pretty good because there's NPCs around, there's enemies dying left and right. So it's not bad. For regular PvE content, I'd probably go potency for like most overland shit. If I was like trying to do nitty gritty, get into a dungeon, I'm probably gonna keep resistant flesh on. And more often than not, I'm getting into the shit where my health is getting hit pretty hard, and getting that extra damage resistance really, really juicy. Unnerving Boneyard, yeah! Minor vulnerability to the target, which I don't know when I'm doing. Puts on major breach, minor vulnerability, making them take a stupid amount of damage. If there is a core damage, and now who's in the area can activate it to do more damage. Just Hungry Scythe, I literally just needed something that would sweep my enemies that I could spam once they get low after I do the ultimate drop. That was literally it. The fact that it heals me, chef's kiss. Mwah, molto bene. And then, yeah, we talked about Ricochet Skull. Just a decent knockdown, and all these are Necromancer abilities. Damage by 15% on top of the 50% increase already. So real quick math for you, if you're looking at 9k flame damage and you're getting a 50% increase, you're looking at another 4.5k on top of that, bringing you to about 13.5k, and if you increase that by 15%, you're looking at 1.3, 15%. So yeah, almost like another like 2k extra damage added into that. And that's just constant. It's pretty nice. And then, of course, the ultimate Glacial Colossus, although this I might end up changing over to the Pestilent Colossus, because I guess that's what the meta is for this. Let's go take a look. We'll take a look and find out if that's what we should be using. Because this is Necromancer Workshop, and we're going to try and drop some juice. Stay tuned, because that's a cheers. It's Mike. Let's get Mikhail in here. Let's get us some Mikhail. But yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody uses the Pestilent Colossus because of the disease damage, and I don't know if it has a higher base, but, you know, whatever. We're going to find out one way or the other. And yeah. I think I went for the right one, but I'm pretty sure every single tick I see of this bomb going off checking our work. I said that's a cheers. Smoke 'em, toke 'em if you got 'em. Mikhail.
What's good?
Feel free to include your audio if you wish. I'm working on a Necro Bomber. Are you trying to do some Battlegrounds or a Cyrodiil? Actually, you got a lot of background sound shit going on, so you don't have to include your audio. It's all good. Get my shit flagged.
Maybe the restrictions in
be like, why are you watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? I don't know if that's what you're watching, just being funny.
I don't even know. It's just background noise at this point.
I do the same thing. I got Star Wars Revenge of the Sith playing in the background over here. Usually it's Asmongold. Mateo was supposed to come over, but I think he ended up taking a nap and passing out. Well, let me rephrase that. I know he took a nap. I think that nap turned into just going to sleep.
It's usually how it pans out after a bit.
Well, you would think. I used to tell that to Tommy all the time, because that boy would take a nap at fucking, like, midnight, and I'd be like, Tommy, at this hour, it's just called going to sleep. He's like, no. Sorry, hold on, let me do my best, Tommy. No, it's just a nap. Just taking a nap. I'd be like, Tommy, at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, that's just called going to bed. You're just going to bed. No, head ass. Leech disease. It's called a nap. Taking a nap. I'll be up in an hour. I'd be like, alright, Tommy. That's my best Tommy impression.
Pretty gone spot.
It's pretty, yeah. He's funny. Alright, so,
Tommy's
let's see.
What
More
would you
damage with
suggest
each
for
smash. It is Pestilent we want to go with. Starting an Arcanist? I love the Arcanist! Depends. Do you want to go Mag or Stam? It doesn't really ultimately matter in the end. Okay, so go Breton. Breton is god tier as far as I'm concerned whenever it comes to anything Mag. There's arguments to be made for Dark Elf, arguments to be made for the High Elf, but Breton just overall. You get resistance to Magicka, you get a Magicka cost reduction by a percentage, which is really fucking nice. It's not a flat number, it's a percent. And you also have a deeper Magicka pool, which, yes, the High Elf has a better, deeper Magicka pool, but they also have a weakness to Magicka where the Breton has a resistance, making you at least resistant to 50% of the damage out there. That's pretty nifty. I think it's called Gift of the Magus or some shit. So, we did have the wrong version of the Colossus on. This is nice for a stun, but this is just one flat number damage. Pestilent is going to get us way more secures. Way more secures. That's going to be great. It's good. It's good. Boot. And honestly, I could even do the Arcanist over this. Over our Boneyard. Boneyard. I'm trying to work on the Necromancer, a Magicka Bomber, and for the first time, I'm making a 1-bar build, and we're doing some things here, you know. Vicious Death, Dark Convergence, and Oaken Soul.
PvE build?
PvP. It's a Magicka Necro Bomber. I have a clip I just took that was really fucking good. I wiped out an entire fucking BG team. It was pretty sick. I was like, fuck yeah, that's how we do. But yeah. Reducing is really, really nice, and it's an extra, just boom, right there. But I think we're going to skip over the Major Breach entirely and actually grab this guy. No, because I have Major Brutality and Sorcery, so I don't need that extra 20%. No, so I guess I am making the right choice. Boneyard. Argument could be made for Mystic Siphon. Nope, because that's also major minor buffs that I'm sure we get. A stun is pretty nice. Remote Totem and Empowering Grasp. And this is actually really potent too, Spirit Guardian. But we're... Whoa! Okay, there we go. We want to just focus on bombing. That's what we want to do. Alright. Are you trying to do any PvP stuff? Battlegrounds, or Cyrodiil, or Imperial City? I mean, Imperial City would level you up with the under part, the sewer. There's a loop of NPCs you can just kill for XP nonstop. You'd be making Telvar. Not a lot of people do it, but it is doable.
Hit level 10 first.
You do have to hit level 10 first. What level are you now? Alright, we'll bet. Let's get you to that level 10. Yeah. Alright.
I gotta figure out what he says laws of Julian's.
That's the other thing, too, is we should make you a set of training gear.
I made some, but they were PvP oriented now.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. It could literally just be blank fucking gear, but having a set is nice. As long as it, you know, fucking has training on it. Okay, we're gonna do Sky Reach real quick. Do you have an XP scroll? Okay, you should be good to travel to me. This thingy right? No, you're at Erstwhile. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
think
I hear you
I'm
now.
good.
I can hear you.
Oh, that's alright. Oh, maybe it is. Is it down bottom? Xbox is acting weird as shit. Like, the game is fine, but if and causing the audio to glitch out and shit. It's pretty weird.